Hello and welcome. This is your friendly neighborhood wand maker. Um, so, I've been going to Dragon Con for the last 7 years. 2020 doesn't count. And every year I go dressed up as a Harry Potter wand maker. And I make wands in preparation. Then I go hand them out. And everybody has a lot of fun. And enough people have been clamoring to see my thought process because I will stand here at this lathe for the better part of 6 hours a day for about 3-4 weeks in a row, crank out as many wands as I can. And so when you're standing here for 6-7 hours a day, your mind tends to wander, and mine focuses on the philosophy of wand making. So I thought I'd share that with y'all starting today. I know, first big steps. So let's just dive right in and let's make a wand. Today we're doing maple, and I've already got it marked up. These marks just help me make sure I realize where the neck is and where the handle is. This is where the shoulder interface is going to be, thereabouts of. And I'll talk more about those as we move along in the video series. So, yeah, let's get started, and I hope you enjoy. Now, these marks also serve as when they're gone, that means I've rounded everything off and I got a nice smooth base, basically a dowel rod at this point. Oops, forgot to set my rest down or tighten it down. Gotta remember to do that. Alright, now we got that rounded. I'm going to move it just a tad closer. So, basically I've roughed out the rough positioning of where your handle is and the neck, and then eventually the tip. So, I'm going to work on the interface just a hair. It's a little too gradual for my taste, so we're going to make that a little more pronounced. Oops. Oh, it's knocked itself a little loose, so let's tighten that back up. There we go, give that wood some support. There we go. Now, we got some big decisions to make here. What do I want to do here? Do I want to do a big spot, a little one, a nice little peak, a rounded edge? Let's see here. You know what? Let's do a peak today. And as we go along, I'm going to share my philosophy of what each one of these features mean, or how I think they mean. Because, again, I sit here or stand here for 6 hours a day, so my mind tends to wander about these things. Wonder. It does wander, and I do wonder. like that. Let's see here. Let's do another peek. And you know what? He needs a friend, so we're going to do that. Let's give him another one. Let's see here. Let's see what we want to do. And I tend to work from the neck or shoulder area back. And my philosophy of that is basically this is, or the handle is who you are. These are your likes, your dislikes, your hobbies, and the basic premise I always still working on this is the ones that are closer to the neck area is what you're willing to show first. Say you really like this band and you're fine with letting people know you like this band. Maybe you like this sport, or these could be maybe you like this particular anime or this particular sci-fi show or whatever. So it just helps. So, and as you move closer back, since how you handle it, it's closer to your main arm. These are the more important things in your life, and usually they're more broad, so you hold on to it better. But let's see here. Round him off like that. And you know what? Let's give him one more peek. And I'll define these peaks a bit more when we get to the sanding phase. And you know what? I'm going to round him off. Let's round this guy off on the back end. There we go, and I'll finish him up here in a minute. But now we've gotten the base, pretty much how the handle. I'm happy with that. Now let's reposition real quick, and we're going to finish out the neck, or not finish out, but get as much of it done as possible, so it makes it easier on me when I flip this thing around. Again, I've repositioned. Make sure my rest is as close to the wood as possible to give me as much support. Now let's just knock him out. Now you can hear that, the chittering, the wood's talking to me. The wood's saying, "Hey, I'm getting a little thin here. Stop using so much pressure." So that's all right. That's what we'll do. We'll go a little lighter, but I gotta make sure I get down. And alright, that looks good. Again, I'll finish a lot of this up with sanding. So now, let's come back here. Let's get my parting tool, just to get him set up. And then this one. Well, I like that. I like that. We're going to keep that. Now, we're going to drop my speed a bit so I can get the rough sanding done, then I'll cut them all. cut this little nubbin off. Now, if this is who you are, my philosophy of wand making is the neck area is how the world sees you, for better or worse. So a quick little sand here. And all I'm really doing on this is I'm removing the tool marks and defining these peaks a little bit better, because sometimes when you get to a point on wood, it kind of likes to tear itself out. So just a quick rough sanding. And I know my cameras aren't the best, but this is the best location I can find for them. And now let's just put that down real quick. Now let's just cut him off. Don't worry, I'm not doing a full grab. This is just to help give it a little support because we got so long. There it goes. Knock him back. Now we'll sand off this edge real quick. Okay, now let's spin them around, and we're going to finish off the rest of the neck and then the tip head. You may be wondering why I put paper towel around this. This is to help just protect the jaws from getting into the wood so deeply. Now, this part's a little tricky. Yeah, I have him just a tad bit off. I want to tighten them down, just to loosen them up, tighten them back down. Now, we're going to have to readjust, because just like in life, when you get out in the big world, you got to readjust some things every now and then. You don't have to adjust a lot, but because I'm only moving this, I don't know, not even millimeters at this point. And so, see, that was not even a millimeter, and you saw how big that was. So, at the same time, just like in life, you can't fiddle around with it for the rest of your life, because there are other things to do. Like, in past years, I usually make about 400 wands or so. This year I'm trying to make a lot more because of 2020. And that's good enough. And just like in life, sometimes you just can't wait around. You just got to go for it. So this is as good as I like. I'd like it a little better, but it'll work. Got back to the speed. Now we're just going to round off this. Alright, got a little too far from my wrist, so we're going to reposition. Break out the other one. You know what? I'm getting close to being happy with it. Now it's time to figure out the tip, or the head, whatever you want to say. And so the tip, if the neck area is how the world sees you, the tip is how you interact with the world. Are you going to be pointed and direct at it? Or are you going to be a little more approachable, as it were? As in, you're not sharp and pointed. You're a little more rounded. Not, I'll figure it out. This is always, the philosophy's always changing, just like life. Life changes. We're gonna go for, yeah, we're gonna go for a more rounded point. I kind of like that. There we go. It's done. Okay. Now we're gonna get to the sanding part, the fun. Okay. Get that back up to speed. And hopefully it's coming out on camera. Yay, muggle devices. But there are lines in here. Again, this is 80 grit, and all I'm doing is taking out the tool marks initially. And again, helping define this peak and the interface, or the shoulder, as it were. And now I am taking my time a good bit because I'm talking with you. Because usually I'm well past this part, and I'm already doing the reverse sanding. I'll get to that in a second. Now the 120. Almost like sharpening a old school sharpening of a pencil there. And yeah, it's miles above smoothing the roughed one. And finally, 240. I'll probably wind up throwing this piece of sandpaper away when I'm done with it, because I'm running a little, it's almost out on this. Okay, now I'm going to reverse the direction. And the reason why I'm going to reverse direction is, as you go through life, you become, your ideas go in more and more in one direction. While by reversing the rotation, it allows me to get a better sanding, and it knocks all those peaks that have been knocked down one way. I can knock them back, and I can sand them down more, and it feels even smoother. Just like in life, you need to be able to, I won't say need, but you should be able to see things in the opposite direction so that you can at least have a better overall understanding. And from that understanding, you're, quote unquote, a smoother person. Oh, I wish I was smooth. I'm just a wand maker that is talking about the philosophy of wood, of wand making. Sorry, I'm fine with that. And now, swap him around and get the handle finish sanded. So, I know you can't see it very well, but there are a few tool marks in there. So we'll have to take him out. And I'll discuss this more as we go through with the wands. So, yeah, I'm trying not to go over long because it's a lot to take in. Alright, that works. So now we're going to go back to the 80 just because of the tool marks on here. Do a quick little check. Okay, they're gone. So now, because normally if there are no tool marks, I'll just go straight to the 120. And the reason why this is, I'm sure you've already surmised why this thing's just wobbling a bit, is because the The head or the tip and the neck area are also a little out of sync, and I'll get into that in another video because I'm running a little long today. I don't want to keep y'all here any longer than you have to, or you want to. Alright, so I'm happy with that. We'll do alright, and then finally we'll reverse back or to the forward position. We'll sand this and then I'll be ready for the next one. But I'll show you that in another video, hopefully. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's get them out, show them off, and we'll call this done. Unwrap, and there we go. Finished wand, maple. I like this. Thank you for stopping by. This is your friendly neighborhood wand maker. I hope you have a great day, and as always, take care. Bye.